Okay, everybody, this is review B. This should be the last review before the test. Again, check with the schedule to see when the test is itself. So here we go, review B. Again, it's the same two types of problems. The first question is a scatter plot. So we're given this bit of information. We're supposed to make a scatter plot with a line of best fit and a brief explanation. Number two, we are asked to find a linear regression and make some predictions here at the bottom. And so that is our task. So here we go with number one. We are first asked to make a scatter plot of this XY table that is right up here. So I noticed that my X's go from 17 to 77, so I can probably go up by 10s. And my Y's go from 5 to 36, so I can probably go up by 5s in that situation. So let's go ahead and number these out. So here I can go by 10s. So there I had made at least my biggest number there. So 77, I believe, is my biggest number. So this is all good. And in the Y's, I have to hit at least 35. So that shouldn't be a problem. There it is. So yeah, so now it's all just gravy from there. All right, I'm going to cheat and make my vertical and horizontal bar to help me identify the spots a little bit. So the first spot is at 1736. Hard to get both of them in there in the same picture. 1736. So this would be 17, right around here, 36. It's about there-ish. So that's 1736. Let's make it in red. 1736. We'll check that I got the bottom right. Yeah, so 1736. The next is going to be 2725. So 27. 25. 27, 25, 37, 20. So 37, 20. 47, 12. 5710. 67.7. 77.5. Next, it asks you to draw a line that best fits the data. That's a little bit better. All right, got some above, some below, that sort of concept. Again, it goes through the entire picture. What I mean by that is don't just draw a line that looks something like this. right? Make it long and it goes throughout the entire picture. So off the graph on both sides. Estimate the correlation as being positive, close to 0, or negative. This is negative. And last but not least, write the context of the scenario. So as the X increases, the Y increases or decreases. If you want a writing prompt, take a look at pretty much any video but this one. All right, so as the X, okay, here's where it gets a little foggy. Notice in the writing, they don't straight up describe what X and Y are. Just they don't say X is this and Y is that. But you can get the information from the writing itself. Okay. So it says, for example, the first pair of data says that 36% of fatal accidents involve 17-year-olds. Okay, so take a look at the very first set of data, the 36% and the 17-year-olds. So what does that say about X and Y? Well, that says Y is the percentage of fatal accidents, and X is the age of the drivers. Okay. So even though they straight up don't say X is this and Y is that, they give you this pair of data. So, for example, the first pair indicates 36% of fatal accidents, 17-year-olds. All right. So I'm writing my writing prompt, and it's supposed to be as the X increases. So as the X, and again, the X was the age. So as the age of drivers increases, okay, so as the age increases, so as the X increases, the Y okay, so as the X increases, the Y, and then this is going to be either increases or decreases, because this is a negative line. This is going to be decreases. So again, as the X increases, the Y increases or decreases. So as the X increases, the Y increases or decreases. Next, we have our linear regression. So here we set up our calculator. Okay, where I will get all of this stuff is I go calc, regression, X regression, and then again, you'll have to hit the A plus BX, not AX plus B, but the A plus BX. So again, my A should be your B, my B should be your A, your calculator should be correct. So I notice that R is negative 0.8731. I'll get back to the X bar and Y bar here in just a moment. Here A should be 43.1981. B should be negative 0.5638, making the least squares line y hat is equal to A 431981 plus B plus negative is going to be a minus. So plus B, which is 5638 x. Coefficient determination r squared. R squared is 7623. Or the variation of y can be explained by the variation of x, and that is as a percentage, so 76.23%. And then here we are asked to make a prediction. So we begin with the formula itself. So y hat is 431981 minus 5638x. Come to the side and I identify my y hat and x as far as words are concerned. And where that is found is right up here at the top. And I see that x is the weight and y is the miles per gallon, gas mileage. So x is the weight and y is the gas mileage. X is the weight, and this is the gas mileage, the miles per gallon. Okay, the weight in miles per gallon. And so the car weighs 3,800 pounds. All right, so that is a weight. So that 38 in this case happens to be the x variable. So I go ahead and make sure that 38 goes in for x. Because sometimes it would go in for y, but this time it goes in for x. And so I go to my main calculator and just plug and chug here. So this vehicle would get 21 miles per gallon. All right, go back to the X bar and Y bar, and where that is found is in the stats, and I calc 2 var. So at the very top, the average of X, the X bar is 37,375, and the average of Y, aka the Y bar, is 177. What? Oh, no, I'm sorry. I wrote down the sum of Y. 22.125. That makes sense. All right, there it is. There it is. Okay, you should be set to go for the test.